Welcome Junior Tuckies, my name is Mrs. Ramla. Thank you for watching this video. This is an exam preparation video to prepare the grade 12s for their prelims and their upcoming exams. In this video, we are going to look at biological terms from paper 2. Now, one thing you must remember for biological terms is spelling is very important. Please make sure you know how to spell well. Right, let's look at the different biological terms from paper 2. Right, the position of a gene in a chromosome. And that is a locus. Now, if you can see, I put the descriptions on the term next to each other. You can block the term and you can answer and check your work and carry on practicing till you get full marks. Right, then, the physical and functional expression of a gene. Physical, you'll remember P for phenotype. Right, chromosomes that are not responsible for sex determination, an autosome. The process of finding a desirable gene, isolating it, and then moving it to cells of another organism, genetic engineering. The two parts of a chromosome held together by a centromere, a chromatid. A section of a DNA molecule that codes for a specific characteristic is a gene, and the production of genetically identical copy of an organism using biotechnology, that's reproductive cloning. The deliberate breeding of organisms for desirable characteristics selected by humans, artificial selection. The explanation that species experience long periods without physical change, followed by short periods of rapid physical change, and that is punctuated equilibrium. And then 10, the last one, the phase of meiosis during which homologous chromosomes separate and start moving towards the opposite poles, that is now homologous chromosomes, so your answer can only be anaphase 1. Right, number 11, let's carry on. The defect in cell division that leads to Down syndrome, non-disjunction. The structure that is made up of two chromatids joined by a centromere chromosome. An explanation of something that has been observed in nature and which can be supported by facts, laws, and tested hypotheses, a theory. Similar structures on different organisms that suggest they have a common ancestor, homologous. The complete set of chromosomes in the cell of an organism, karyotype. A bar-coded pattern formed from DNA, DNA profile. The bonds formed between amino acids, peptide. A representation of the number, shape, and arrangement of all the chromosomes in the nucleus of a somatic cell, again, karyotype. Openings in the nuclear membrane that allow mRNA to leave the nucleus, nuclear pore. A tentative explanation of a phenomenon that can be tested, hypothesis. The distribution of species in different parts of the world, biogeography. Chromosomes that carry same set of genes, homologous. Two or more alternative forms of a gene at the same locus, multiple. And then the structure responsible for pulling chromosomes to the poles of an animal cell during cell division, spindle fibers. Right, 25. A phase in the cell cycle that occurs before cell division, interphase. A diagrammatic representation showing possible evolutionary relationships amongst different species, phylogenetic tree. 27. A type of vision shared by apes and humans that allow for depth perception, binocular vision. A genetic cross involving two characteristics, dihybrid. A genetic disorder characterized by the absence of a blood clotting factor, hemophilia. The present-day distribution of organisms, biogeography. A nucleic acid that carries amino acids to the ribosome for protein synthesis, tRNA. The natural shape of a DNA molecule, double helix. A section of a DNA that codes for a specific protein, gene. Evolution with long periods of no change, followed by short periods of rapid change, punctuated equilibrium. The sex chromosomes of an organism, gonosomes. The group of organisms of the same species in a specific habitat, population. The family to which humans belong, Hominidae. A human disorder caused by non-disjunction of chromosome pair 21, trisomy 21. the stage of protein synthesis during which mRNA forms from DNA, transcription, the type of variation in a population with no intermediate phenotypes, discontinuous, and the type of inheritance where the dominant allele marks the expression of the recessive allele, complete dominance. Right, 42. The variety of life forms that exist on Earth, biodiversity, the opening in the skull through which the spinal cord enters, foramen magnum, a testable statement that can be rejected or accepted, hypothesis, total disappearance of a species from Earth, extinction, a segment of a chromosome that codes for a particular characteristic, gene, and the ability to walk on two limbs, bipedal, the organelle in the cytoplasm, which is the site of protein synthesis, ribosome, the name of the bond that forms between amino acids in the protein molecule, peptide, the process by which DNA molecule makes identical copies of itself, DNA replication, the name of the process when homologous chromosomes pairs fail to separate during meiosis, non-disjunction, the permanent disappearance of a species, extinction, a testable statement that may be rejected or accepted, hypothesis, the type of nucleic acid that carries a specific amino acid, RNA, the selection and breeding of organisms with desirable characteristics by humans, selective breeding, a sudden change in the sequence or order of a nitrogenous base of a nucleic acid, a mutation, and I would have been more specific and said gene mutation, an explanation of an observation that is supported by facts, models, and laws, a theory, and then the type of sugar found in the RNA molecule, ribose. And then the last one, the mineralized remains of organisms that have lived in the past, that is a fossil. Thank you for watching this video, grade 12s. Join me and watch all my other videos as well so we can prepare you for your prelims and your final exams.